Hi, welcome to 3 Pages a Day, where I help you break through your writing fears through the very simple process of sitting down, preferably in the morning when the world is quiet and you've got nothing going on around you, and writing 3 pages of A5 every single day. Just doing this helps you to improve your writing muscle, your ability to observe and turn what you observe into words, and also to explore your thoughts and feelings in a way that is very freeing and enables you to capture the essence of who you are. I mean, I do these 3 pages a day. I just have a simple A5 book like this. Each day I go to the blank page and I start at the top and I keep going, writing whatever comes into my head until I've come to the end of this third page, and then I shut the book and I put it down and I get on with the rest of my day. For the purposes of the video, what I then do is I transcribe what I've written, handwritten, and I immediately do one edit, and I print it, and then that's just so that I can read it to you. So when you see me reading off of printed pages, that's simply because I've already written my 3 pages, then I've read them aloud, transcribed them, and allowed myself one edit, and then I'm ready to read it to you. So I hope that when I do this, this gives you a sense I'm doing this, I'm not just talking about it. And I hope this gives you, or you feel that this gives you permission to do the same. Anyone could be a writer. Everyone, I think, is a writer. If you can speak, then you can write. Really, writing is just words that you could say aloud, as I'm about to, on the page. I've got lots of different ways, techniques, things that you can do to sort of break through that wall of inertia and get going. This one, the bench, is what it's called, Genius, because it actually was me sitting on a bench. Was just I didn't know what to say, didn't know what to write, so I took myself for a walk into the park, sat on a bench on a sunny day, and described what I saw around me. So I'll read these 3 pages to you. I'm just going to do it all in one pass. I try not to edit these videos, so I like things to just happen in a flow. When I write, I like to just write in a flow. I spend half an hour in the morning just writing, getting those 3 pages down, not really stopping. Pause for thought, but keep going till you've done it. You've done it. And likewise, I'm building in public at the moment. Just doing what I'm doing here. Just no edits. All the fluffs and gaffs you could possibly imagine. So just know that I don't like to edit. Not too much. I'm going to talk a lot about editing later when I do other videos around that subject. But for now, I'm going to read you my 3 pages. I hope you like them. Even if you don't, doesn't matter. This is just me showing you that it's okay to put it out there. It's okay to give yourself permission to write, and you really don't need to be afraid of the blank page. So here it is. This is the bench. I called it the bench because I was on a bench. Simple. You don't need to even have a title. A bench in the park is where I sit. The armrest is worn and weathered. Dappled shades of brown and grey and green pass through one another like tadpoles caught in a brackish crosscurrent. Layers of time stain the wood, giving it an alien appearance. Its moss-stained legs glow green as if spray-painted. A clandestine cabal of neon lichen clings to the parts of the bench untouched by human bodies, congregating in its corners and crevices. Microbial life consumes this bench where I silently sit. A small brass plaque, 4 rusted screws holding it in place, commemorates the passing of David and Wendy Nelson, Mayor and Mayoress of Stamford, 2004 to 2008. Like the passing of souls, this bench will come to pass. Its timber frame reduced to soggy matchsticks food for worms that turn the soil. People drift along the path in front of me. They walk right past me, glancing down, not stopping, perhaps curious as to what I'm doing, but not curious enough to stop and ask. Either that, or they're too polite. The grass glitters in the bright sun, turned white by its intensity. It's the kind of white that blinds. A man and woman holding hands strolls by, carrying bags and talking while looking in opposite directions, comforted by their connection. In the distance, a child walks beside the boxed hedge that cuts across the park and stops by a wooden shack. The child tosses the ball into the air, catches it and spins it in his hands, then goes round the shack and disappears behind it. From the top of the shack, a giant conifer launches like a huge green rocket into the sky, its dark fronds splayed in sharp relief against the cloud-whitened blue. A young man with a beard and faded orange cap and fizzing earbuds walks by with his little dog on a long lead. I wonder what that man is listening to. What sounds are in his ears, filling him with moods and sensations and thoughts he might not otherwise have had. His dog has its head down, tracking the scents and smells in the grass. The dog cares as much about what the man is listening to as the man cares about what his dog is sniffing. The dog wouldn't want to wear the headphones, I'm sure, any more than the man would want to push his nose into the dirt and smell the grass. They have nothing in common, man and dog, and yet there they go, idling by, content in one another's company, their togetherness, their tetheredness, a comfort to one another without them ever knowing why. A bald man walks by, his shoulders jerking. He's talking to another man, dressed in black, scruffy, raffish, about somebody coming up smelling of fucking roses. The bald man is agitated, his mind hooked on his grievance. His voice is brittle, snaps through the fugue state of the sultry afternoon. The raffish man is connected by way of a chain to a large dog, one of a banned species, I'm almost certain. The bald man has a bandage around his tattooed arm. He is injured in some way, but in no way that impedes his energy. Spiky, explosive. He is expanding on his garden metaphor, and I wonder if the roses are fucking and if they smell differently to abstaining roses, and I realise that I am nervous. The bald man's mind spills out around him, splashing on the grass and path. It is loud enough to stop me writing for a few moments, loud enough to turn heads. I wait until time and distance soak up the sounds, and I'm free to start writing again. I watch them moving further and further away, noting the physical sensations in my own body shifting. They walk past the shack where the little boy disappeared, and up the hill, and they are gone. Soon I will get up and go, but first I will sit with my face in the sun, feeling its warmth, book closed, pen rested, mind open. So those are my 3 pages, and what I learned from that process was that it's great to go and sit down somewhere quiet and just observe and write, and to absorb everything that's going on around you. It's like putting on a new pair of glasses and seeing the world in a different way. The writing process forces you to notice the detail. So when I was on the bench, and I'm remembering this now, I was just looking at the bench, and then I saw the moss. And because I was looking at the moss and I wanted to write about it, and I needed to write, I really observed its patterns and what it reminded me of, what sensations it gave me. And then I put those feelings and those images that I had in my head into the writing. Now, if you were doing that, you would see something completely different. You might not even look at the moss. You might look at the path and you might describe that. That might conjure up something for you. Your mind will go where it wants, and it will be taken where it wants if you allow it to. And it will bring up emotions and feelings that are connected to potentially a time before you were even born. And that's the kind of the wellspring that's inside of you that you need to allow to come out onto the page, and without fear, without self-doubt, and write just fast enough so that the self-doubt doesn't catch up with you. I'm going to be doing this again tomorrow, and it will always be something different, because when I come to the 3 pages, it's a blank page, and it's just what's in here, what's in here, what's inside of you coming out in new miraculous ways that surprise you. That's the best thing about writing, is as you're doing it, the process always gives you little gifts and surprises, which is why I do it, because I like to be surprised, in a good way. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that, and I'll be back tomorrow. So looking forward to seeing you then. In the meantime, get yourself a pad, get yourself a pen, and sit down somewhere quiet and write 3 pages. Remember, it's only 3 little pages, not 3 big pages. A5, not A4. Okay, see you soon.